Hi, my name is Marilyn, and welcome to my third installment in my video series, Dark Figures. It's where I combine my love for music and makeup, and show you some of my favorite looks from artists in dark wave, alternative, and even experimental dark music. This makeup look that I'm wearing is inspired by Johnny Jewel, so if you'd like to learn about this artist and how I created this look, then just keep on watching. The first shadow I'm using is from the Anastasia Riviera palette. It's this hot pink color called Bahamas. I, of course, am creating a more glamorized style of his makeup, but Johnny Jewel's rockstar makeup is an electric bright pink, smoky eye. Johnny Jewel is a composer, producer, and solo artist, and has even founded his own label, Italians Do It Better. It features artists like Zola Jesus and Julie Cruz, as well as projects that he's a part of, like the Chromatics, Glass Candy, and Desire. For the lid, I'm using the shade Radioactive from the Radioactive palette by Melt Cosmetics. Johnny started creating music since the 90s and is known for its strong nostalgia, created in part by his style of analog synths that he uses, straight from the 70s and 80s. Johnny's craft for creating electronic music began when he was growing up in Texas, but it wasn't until he moved to Portland, Oregon, that he created his first band, which was a duo with Ida No, known as Glass Candy. For the inner corners, I'm using the shade Palmero. Personally, my favorite band of his is the Chromatics. For the brow bone, I'm using the shade Sails. Actor Ryan Gosling is a fan of Chromatics, and he ended up appointing Johnny as a composer on his directorial debut in Lost River. I'm adding the Trixie Cosmetics Skipper Glitter to the center of the lid. Johnny's music has even landed spots on soundtracks for Riverdale, Bates Motel, and Gossip Girl, but his influence is most famous for the Drive soundtrack. He was the first pick for Ryan Gosling and director Nicholas Winding to do the score and spent over a year on it. You can hear one of Johnny's tracks from the project on the Symmetry album Themes for an Imaginary Film. One of the qualities that I most admire about Johnny Jewel is his perfectionism. No matter how long it takes him to finish an album, because he's his own boss, he can take the time to make sure everything comes out the way he wants. He continues to be innovative and is even able to differentiate each band he creates that only he can express. Glass Candy is maximal, macro view of the universe. Chromatics is inward and deals with death and themes of loss, introspection, and Desire is more what is in your immediate surroundings, like your relationships with people you love. It is not outer space, it's not your loneliness, it's the way you move through the world with people. For the lips, I want to keep it very neutral, so I'm going in with a nude liquid lipstick, and this one is by La Splash Cosmetics in the shade Infectious. Now I'm adding the polka dotted ascot and his signature face dots to complete the look. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. The most iconic moments to me in Johnny Jewel's repertoire of acts is when the Chromatics performed for the Chanel runway show. He's also created multiple accompaniments for other runway shows, including working very closely with Karl Lagerfeld. And of course, nothing can top their performance at the Roadhouse in Twin Peaks with their song Shadow. That was my favorite part of Season 3, The Return. The band was featured in the show in Part 2 and 12 in the end credits. Obviously, I love Twin Peaks from my Red Velvet background, and this band's influential sound in the third season lives up to the musical legacy of the show. The Chromatics kind of mean a big deal to me just because Drive is my boyfriend's favorite movie and Twin Peaks is my favorite show. So together we've bonded over the music, especially because it is really good driving music, because we were in a long distance relationship for over 3 years. And when I finally got to see the Chromatics live, I told Johnny Jewel all of this stuff that I just said about my relationship, and he was so kind enough to get everybody's signatures from the band on my records for me and my boyfriend. He totally didn't have to do that, but in my experience meeting him and a few of the other band members, they were all really nice. And this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching my video on this Johnny Jewel inspired makeup. Please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel as well for more videos. If you'd like to see photographs of my makeup, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MarilynMugBeat. I'll see you next time. Bye.